Hey, thanks for joining me for a couple minutes here on Tuesday. I want to talk tonight about what everyone's talking about, which is when and how do things sort of return to something that looks like what we were doing before? Well, I don't have the answers to those questions. I think mainly because I'm feeling a little bit like this last Easter lily. It's still trumpeting hallelujah, but it looks a little wonky, and I'm pretty sure it feels a bit uncertain and unable in the midst of what's happening. We don't have all the answers, but we do have something else that I think can be helpful as we contemplate when and how, and that's a word called patience. It's something we learned as a virtue when we were young, but something we experience as running out as we get older, and especially in these times and circumstances. I remember when I was farming at this time of the year, we wanted to get out and plant. Sometimes the rains would come and prevent us, and we wouldn't be able to get out and do our livelihood. And the minute it stopped, there was a temptation to want to go out into the field and get across and get it done, even if it was muddy. But just because you can do something doesn't mean you always should do something. And if you travel across wet soil before it's dry enough, you will compact it. And not only will the yield be less that year, but it will be less the year after that, and the year after that, and the year after that. Patience often pays off. Talking with staff and council at St. Michael, we feel like we need to be a bit more patient than gathering together again by, let's say, the middle of May. We're going to continue our online services through the end of May and reevaluate at that point in time. And so I want to thank you all for the way you've participated in those worship experiences. If you count all of the people watching on Facebook and YouTube and replaying them later on, we have more people participating in worship now than we did before this pandemic happened. And we thank God for all of those interactions. So keep that up. Keep encouraging one another, sending in videos of peace be with you and pictures of water this week. As we practice patience, we are practicing caring for one another. And in that space, God meets us and helps us, encourages us, and provides opportunity for others who can't be patient, who don't have that ability to wait, for them to actually be able to get out and do what they need to do and not worry about additional interactions with people at worship. So again, I hope to see you on Wednesday at 7 o'clock for Holden Evening Prayer, Sunday, 10 o'clock for worship. May you have a blessed rest of your week, and may God grant us all the patience that we need.